speaker is going to be Lola D. Houston, an exuberant life journey, fear, joy, sex, and gender.
I gotta be honest, I'm gonna give a plug to any would-be presenters, because this is what we got this year, and I just started thinking about this and realizing how many times in your life you get to thank the bank for a spank. I'm here, I'm queer, get used to it. Okay, roll it. In the US today, there are 658 bills that are in legislation, 45 of which have passed, all directed at trans people. We can be arrested for using the wrong bathroom. Books about us are being banned and burned. I live in a culturally imposed prison. It's my reality. Reported hate crimes against queer people of all stripes are up. Murders of trans and gender expansive persons are up. This is awful stuff, but I'm not going to tell you the awful stuff. I want you to see me, and I want you to hear about my little journey through all this ick to become who I really am. When I was 15, I went out on a school shopping trip with my mom and convinced her to let me get this beautiful shirt with a decidedly feminine tilt. I loved that shirt. I also never wore it to school. But I didn't have the vocabulary. Sexual identity? What the heck was that when you were 15? Fast forward 15 years, AIDS is killing people. I'm in deep conflict and a ton of fear. What do I want? Sex with men? Sex with women? Sex with everybody? The fear of being discovered is petrifying. I sink into the cultural imperative, and I get married, and I have two wonderful and amazing children that I adore. But the real me is hidden so deeply, I can't see it. And I'm not even aware that I'm building my own prison wall. The pre-web internet opens the door to a lot of people who are just like me. The Burlington Free Press publishes an article about an openly bisexual student where I work. Aha, a light goes off. I get a support group of 2. But the depression and the anxiety catch up with me. I submit an anonymous article to the local LGB paper out in the mountains, and I tell them about my suicidal ideation. I also find a sex event that I really want to go to, and I am terrified. But I know I have to go. It's do or die. I go to that event, and I meet 2 wonderful guides, and I do things that I've only fantasized about. I have joyful open sex, BDSM, gender-bending play, and I also learn that changing conventional structures is really difficult. I go back to that event a lot, and then the magic happens. I experience something called the breath and energy orgasm in a practice called urban tantra. I'm introduced to sex magic, and I start to realize my senses are completely opened up here. I go to that event again and again, and eventually, at that event, someone sees me. I'm invited to teach my own workshops. Yeah, me. I'm lit on flames and pushed into a pool 13 times. World record holder, by the way. I meet a world famous porn star, shown here, and she and I do a workshop on bisexuality and then on the use of strap-ons. That glass wall is appearing. The marriage collapses. I go to San Francisco. I become certified as an urban tantra professional. I quit my day job. I have a graduate degree, and I start coaching other people in sex and relationships, and it is fucking awesome. I'm a certified cuddle party facilitator, and I discovered something called Like a Pro and the Wheel of Consent, and it is all about consent. I learned for the first time in my life how to really receive pleasure, and I have my own amazing little Kundalini moment. I also meet my first polyamorous partner. My first polyamorous partner has an upending moment in her life and must move away. I meet another polyamorous partner, and boy, do we go to town and go to events and have all kinds of fun. I meet yet another polyamorous partner, and we go to events. And she wants me to teach her urban tantra. It's a lot. Gender circles back into my life. I'm 15 years old, again. Gender transition, what is that? My family is either baffled, confused, or ambivalent. My partners are wonderfully supportive, and my ex is vicious. I invite my partners to go to more events all together. Lust plus polyamory plus kink plus experience, we have a lot of fun. Multiple partners is tricky business, but we all seem to grow and thrive, and I inch toward gender transition, and I meet an amazing doctor. It's January 9th, 2014 at exactly 5:09 p.m. in the afternoon, and I apply my first hormone patch. The instantaneous transformation floods me with who I truly am, and I also realize, now I have the key to unlock my prison. My partners realize, this is really happening. I've changed my name, I've changed my body, my entire experience of sex and gender, completely different. I have become who I truly am, who I'm supposed to be. Along the way, I've had a lot of experiences, and I've learned a lot about the wild, mysterious forces inside of me, and about that glass that I've been busy pushing myself into for the last 25 years. This quote from Glennon Doyle encapsulates it perfectly. Sexuality is water. Sexual identity, that's the glass. I've come to be who I truly am, but that's not what really matters. I'm completely alive. I have my chosen family, I have my lovers, and most importantly, I have that glass, and I've broken out of it. And now I have to end with something that's really hard for me. It's a little secret place. I loved Freddie Mercury. I loved who he was and what he stood for. But I learned the hard way that if you revealed that you loved Freddie Mercury, you were a fag, or you were a queer, or you were gay. But I did it. I broke out of that prison. I have somebody to love, and I'm free. Thank you.